Lily?
Tyler, I'm over at Palomar College where a lot of the students have been emotionally affected with the disaster in Japan. I was able to speak to some of them and they shared with us their emotions and feelings about everything.
For like 2 or 3 days, I was just watching TV all day long, and then all I did was crying. But I realized at some point I was like, probably I have to do something about it.
I'm not really sure like when that tsunami come to my hometown, you know. So I cannot tell like my family are totally fine, later. So I was really shocked.
Went online and checked whole news and saw the videos and stuff. I'm like, wow, this is not Japan. It's not happening in Japan, right? But I was just watching news and I finally found out that it's really Japan.
As you guys can see, a lot of the students are really upset about the whole disaster. However, I have seen so much friendship and unity that it's definitely beautiful. They're really taking action into helping their country and they're planning to do way more. This is all I have for now from Palomar College. Now we're going to send it over to Weston. Weston, what's going on?
Thanks, Liana. So I'm here with Palomar College professor Carl Lofthouse, who specializes in fire technology and emergency management, and is also a retired firefighter. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Excellent. So my first question for you is, just so we don't get too many North County residents all, riled up about this, what's the probability of a tsunami like the one in Japan happening here locally?
The amount of energy that is generated from an earthquake such as that, a 9.0, is catastrophic. Certainly those earthquakes can happen at any time, and we are on the Ring of Fire, which is considered, we're on the eastern bound of that. That energy moves at the speed of a jet, and so 400 plus miles an hour.
Wow.
We would have warning from that coming out of the Pacific and out of the warning system as we did with this. So that warning we would know ahead of time, but something that happens much closer to shore, there would be, as what happened in Japan, we could have as little as 15 minutes, 30-minute warning. What we do have in place for us that does protect us in Southern California is the Channel Islands. And the Channel Islands do break that energy wave of anything coming out of the deep Pacific blue.
Okay, well that's definitely good to know. So if it was to happen here, and if we were to know about it before it happened, what could North County residents do to prepare themselves for it?
Well, probably one of the things that I'm always in amazement about is we just watched what happened in Japan, 15, 30-foot waves of destruction from a tsunami, and yet when we hear about it hitting Southern California, people want to go down to the beach and watch. And that's probably the first thing we want to say is watch it on TV, don't necessarily go down and watch it, because we never really know what that energy wave is going to look like until it happens. And so we certainly don't want to be a victim. And let's perhaps just be a little more prepared and be ready, get informed. And one of the questions we always ask here in our emergency management classes is, are you ready?
Okay, so would you say that being informed is the most major thing you want people to take away from this?
Absolutely. Yeah, find out what each of those disasters have to present for us, and in this case, understand what a tsunami can do and what we're dealing with.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Carl. And there you have, there's a few tips that might be able to help you in such a disaster if it happened here. And Christina, Tyler, back to you guys at the desk.